Hey guys, Thomas here with Catfish DIY. Been a while since I made a video and I wanted to give an update of what's been going on. I've been working a lot and money had to be drawn to another situation for at the moment, so I had to take a break. So I've gotten back to it since then and made some progress. Just ain't had time to do a video because I have to, be responsible. So without that, let's flip it around here and I'll show you what I've done. Since the last time you seen it, it was just a skeleton, and I decided to skin it and build the stand itself. Kind of unique design, nothing really fancy, just something similar. All the doors were open for the moment. Still have to have magnets attached to them. Still has to be painted. I still have to put the trim piece on the corners and the top, which is a 1x3 ripped down. I wasn't going to buy expensive trim and paint this because I've got enough stained tanks. They look good and all, but I think I want to paint this one black, since the background is going to be black itself. These rails around the tank, the 1x4 that you see screwed in, those will be countersunk in flush. With that being said, for that reason, if I ever have to move this tank or take the tank off the stand, instead of lifting this heavy ass tank, excuse my language, off the stand, all I had to do is pull these screws on the front three sides and I can slide it right off. The back half, still designing if I want to close it off or leave it open. But if I close it off, I have to attach something onto here to catch a magnet clip or a panel. I don't think I'm going to do that because nothing can get in between back here. These were screwed down for the moment because I did not have the backboard on. So once this is ready, these screws will be pulled back out and this will all float back in the back. So if I ever have to get access to the plumbing or remove it, I can just lift the panel up and pop it out. Doors are the same way. Each door has its own access. I'm not going to completely enclose the sump. The sump door is almost 38 inches wide in length. If I turn it this way, I don't know what it's going to do to the video, but we'll try it. The sump is a one-door system that exposes the sump itself. In the previous video, I believe I talked about that bottle back there being a moving bed media chamber. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do is remove that, and since I was going to do like a big polisher, I decided not to do that because I got enough polishing filtration through this sump. So with that being said, I can turn this into my moving bed media, which I'll be able to put all of my moving bed media that I made into this instead of that bottle, and it doesn't clutter the pump, the return pump side. It's that tube is a 3-inch PVC tube that is 20 inches high with half-inch returns. I've already tested it with the little pump. It's a little 80-90 gallon per hour pump. Enough what I need. The other side is just a storage area. I can fit a 5 or a 10 in here, either one. Still, I'm deciding if I want to be able to put a shelf in there and put both the 5 for the fry tank inside and the 10-gallon for a quarantine tank. They would have to come out the back side if I ever had to get rid of them, but the front side you can access. All sides of this stand have access. My next movement is to once this is all trimmed out, I'm going to remove this tank off the stand so I can put the bottom remaining wood on the bottom and get the surface of the base for the tank completely level and flattened. So I may have to do some shimming around certain points of the back rail and the front, just depending on where it needs to be done at. But other than that, it's about complete. It's been a massive undertaking. It puts a lot of light down into the tank itself with just the 4 LED bulbs. Mostly everything on my tanks now are LEDs, other than with the exception of my 75 upstairs and my 55 in the kitchen. But yeah, the outer casing of the tank stand will be painted black. Let me flip it this way. Will be painted black. I'm not going to stain this. I'm going to paint this black. I'm going to paint the inside of this stand a white. So along with the canopy inside will be white as well. The outside of the canopy will be black along with the base of the canopy. The doors will have magnets on them. Those are a slow process. Once this is built, and this is the sad part, once this is built, it is tear it apart and get it ready for paint. Just like a car or a motorcycle build. You build it all up, you look at it, you're waiting to get this thing, and then you realize you gotta tear all this plumbing out, all the electrical out, and you gotta paint it. But I'll have the tank and the sump painted. That will be with epoxy black. I'm going to go with a semi-acrylic for the inside of the tank stand and the canopy. The outside's going to be another black acrylic semi-gloss, 2 coats, and then the stand and the canopy build for the 135 is complete. We're still lacking the pump and heaters and the aqua lifters. Other than that, this thing is pretty much built. This video does it no justice. It is a massive tank stand and tank build itself. Running my air compressor down here, nailing all those doors in, getting everything ready. It's been, oh man, it's been since July since I got this tank. It's been a slow process. I've always had a lot of times to want to jump in and just set it up and put water in it, but no, I still have to paint it. I still have to paint the stand. There's so much still left to do. And the hardest part is going to be keeping kitty cats from getting on it and in it when I paint it. I figure when I paint the inside, I can put the doors on it and leave it as it is, since they won't be able to get inside. But painting the outside of it is going to be a pain in the ass. I still have to get a little bit of light diffuser to make a rack. The sump is about 80% built. Other than a few oddities for the tank itself, Makes a great ledge. I know a certain kitty cat's going to sleep up here a lot. But yeah, that's the. If I turn it this way, this is what you see from the side. That is a 6 foot, 135-gallon fish tank. 72 long by 20 wide by 24 high with a 40-gallon sump. 3 1-inch returns to the sump overflow with a 9.5 mag drive pump returning to 2 1-inch outlets. All have ball valves to control flow if need be. I can't wait to get this running. It just, every time I come down here and see this tank, it is I can't explain it. It's like a kid at Christmas time. You can see it, but you know you can't do nothing with it yet. Oh man. What happened here?